Hi, this is Bob Hollis, the president of the Spire Center for Performing Arts, and I want to introduce to you the best kept secret when it comes to live entertainment in the Northeast. This is a place that was designed by a board that are serious musicians that put a lot into the acoustics, into the sound system and the lighting, so they could have an audience having the best experience they can with live entertainment. You can hear rock, blues, we can hear classical, jazz, all types of music you'll find at the Spire. We run weekends, usually Friday, Saturday nights, oftentimes Thursday and Sunday as well. So if you're looking for a place for serious music lovers, presented in a serious music venue with serious musicians, you want to experience the Spire.
The Spire Center is a unique cultural resource here in the town of Plymouth, and what better venue to host your next show or corporate event. Our rates are competitive, and our space lends itself to a number of different configurations. Come to us with your ideas. We'd love to chat with you soon.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Live from the Spire, the live streaming experience. We are so glad to have you here with us tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. A little over 6 weeks it took to raise funds to be able to have this series, and we are so grateful to everybody who donated to install a state-of-the-art live streaming system here at the Spire Center. This series couldn't have been possible without the generous support of our local sponsors. The presenting sponsors of this series include Eastern Bank, Rockland Trust, and Cape Cod 5. We sincerely thank you for your generosity and support of live music and the Spire Center for Performing Arts. Tonight we have a special show for you all. We are so proud to welcome our friend to the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Jay Psaros.
All right, thanks, ma'am. Hi, everyone tuning in the internet world. You know, you think I would have gotten used to these streams by now after a year of this, but it's still very strange to me, and it's still, it's just not the same without a real audience. But big thank you to the Spire Center for having me here tonight, and I'm going to wind my way through some tunes for you. Some of them new, some of them not so new. A couple covers as well. The big challenge, of course, is now that stuff's starting to come back a little bit, is I've had a couple gigs recently, I've been playing out a little bit, and you got to get the chops back, that's for sure. So all right, I'm going to dive in with a song called This Bridge. I haven't played this too much. Or actually, I'm not going to do this bridge. I'm going to do a song, can't remember the name of it. It's called These Times, actually. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, these times they've been wearing on my soul. Yeah, these times they've been wearing on my soul. So much for living in good old rock and roll. Oh, these times they've been wearing on my soul. Yeah, these times they've been whispering in my ear. Yeah, these times they've been whispering in my ear. They're telling me something that I don't want to hear. Oh, these times they've been whispering in my ear. Feel it in the morning, you got no place to go, and the work has seemed to all but disappeared. Feel it in the evening, the lights are hanging low, and the days begin to take away your years. Yeah, these days they've been looking all the same. Yeah, these days they've been looking all the same. Only difference, there ain't no one to blame. Yeah, these days they've been looking all the same. Feel it in the morning, you got no place to go, and the work has has seemed to all but disappeared. Feel it in the evening, the lights are hanging low, and the days begin to take away your years. Thank you to those out in the internet world. You know, like I was saying when I first started, I'm still not used to the streaming thing because for some reason, for me at least, I'm far more comfortable in front of a real audience. And I was thinking about that and thinking to myself, why is this? And I think with an audience, the audience lets you know if you're kind of like, if you're being an idiot or not. Like they react to what you're talking about very in real time and very quick, and with the stream they don't do that, so it's a little weird. And I'm kind of realizing for these streams the best way for me at least to get comfortable is just kind of almost forget that there's a stream going on, which is hard to do because of course I'm very well aware of it. So let's move on to another song here. I wrote a little list, semi-organized. I'm going to do a cover song for you. I've done this one on the piano in the past, but I've also been pushing it over to guitar here. This is a song by Mr. Springsteen. Well, they blew up the Chicken Man in Philly last night, and they blew up his house too. Down on the boardwalk, they're ready for a fight. Gonna see what them racket boys can do. Trouble busting in from out of state. The DA can't get no relief. Gonna be a rumble on the promenade. The gambling commission is hanging by the skin of his teeth. Everything dies, baby, that's a fact. Maybe everything that dies someday will come back. Put your makeup on, dear hair up pretty. Meet me tonight in Atlantic City. Well, I got me a job and I put my money away. I get the kind of debts that no honest man can pay. So I drew out what I had from that Central Trust, and I bought us 2 tickets on that Coast City bus. Everything dies, baby, that's a fact. Maybe everything that dies someday will come back. Put your makeup on, dear hair up pretty. Meet me tonight in Atlantic City. And our luck may have died and our love may be cold, but with you forever I'll stay. I'm going out where the sand turn to gold. Put your stockings on, might get cold. Everything dies, baby, that's a fact. Maybe everything that dies someday will come back. Put your makeup on, dear hair up pretty. Meet me tonight in Atlantic City. Looking for a job, but it's hard to find. There's winners and there's losers, and I'm stuck in that line. Tired of getting stuck on that losing end. But I met a man last night, and I'm gonna do a favor for him. Everything dies, maybe that's a fact. Maybe everything that dies someday will come back. Put your makeup on, do you hear a pretty? Meet me tonight in Atlantic City. Meet me tonight in Atlantic City. Meet me tonight in Atlantic. Hey, thank you out there in internet land. I always have thought that's just such a beautiful song. One thing that's a little bit different about this stream, and I've been fortunate enough to do a couple streams from some beautiful venues here, is it's on YouTube, and when I've done my own streams, I've had Facebook to look at, so I could see who's tuning in or not and kind of interact with people, which was certainly nice. And I can't really do that tonight, but I want to say thanks for tuning in. I know I've been getting some messages of people that said they're going to be having it on their TV and stuff, and I appreciate that. I'm going to play another, it's kind of a new one that I've only done with a band. I did kind of a demo session recently, which had some great players. I had my buddy Paul Santo playing the Wurlitzer. He's a fantastic musician. He's a Grammy award-winning kind of industry person. I had my buddy Matt Heisler on drums and Mark King on the bass. And we had a good time, but I'm going to try and do it by myself. It's called Up on the Other Side. Little frustrated about what I'm looking for. Standing on the other side, standing on the other side. And I'm a little more jaded, burning like a lover now. Standing in the middle of fire, standing in the middle of fire. And I'm a little more faded, taken with the summer sun. Treads on a weather tire, treads on a weather tire. Yeah, I'm coming around, I'm coming around. Yeah, I'm coming around, I'm coming around. Yeah, I'm coming around, I'm coming around. Maybe I can ignore it now. Can't you feel the river running, baby? We're up on the other side, yeah. Maybe it's time to stop moving on. I can feel the river running, baby. We're up on the other side, up on the other side. And I think I should have waited, jumped in the other side, swimming in the deeper tide, swimming in the deeper tide. As if I wasn't persuaded, found myself a better end. Now I'm looking back again, now I'm looking back again. Yeah, I'm coming around, I'm coming around. Yeah, I'm coming around, I'm coming around. Yeah, I'm coming around, I'm coming around. Maybe I can ignore it now. Can't you feel the river running, baby? We're up on the other side, yeah. Maybe it's time to stop moving on. I can feel the river running, baby. We're up on the other side, up on the other side. Turn around, it's giving away. Turn around, it's giving away. Turn around, it's giving away. Turn around and turn around, it's giving away. It's giving away. Maybe I can't ignore it now. I can feel the river running, baby. We're up on the other side, yeah. And maybe it's time to stop moving on. I can feel the river running, baby. We're up on the other side, up on the other side. Thank you, guys. That's called Up on the Other Side. Kind of one of the new ones from this whole mess that we call coronavirus. You know, but one good thing personally about everything during this COVID lockdown is just kind of having a little bit of freedom to sit back and write a little bit more and be creative, because when you're gigging all the time, you don't always get to do that. But I just recently announced a lot of tour dates with Three Dog Night and REO Speedwagon and Foreigner that's going to be starting this summer. So I'm pumped about that, and I'm grateful for opportunities like this because, again, to keep playing through all this is really important to me. And it's hard sometimes when you don't always have a gig to go to. I'm going to play a song that I've been playing for a long time. It's called Whiskey in the Rain. Yesterday, country road, simple way, so easy then to get your fill. My, how it's changed, but my memory remains of whiskey in the rain on a hill, where I'd repeat the same old song. Then you tell me that I sing the chorus wrong. We didn't need much to catch our thrill, drinking whiskey in the rain on a hill. Road 49 from the highway to the riverside would wind below the moon up above. Time it was filled, and there never was a bill with whiskey in the rain on a hill, where I'd repeat the same old song. Then you tell me that I sing the chorus wrong. We didn't need much to catch our thrill, drinking whiskey in the rain on a hill. So let us go back to where the whiskey grows 10 feet below the moon on a hill. Take the long way back down dirty roads with timber stacked. Here's to you and me not looking back. Here's to you and me not looking back, to where I'll sing the same old song. Then you tell me that I sing the chorus wrong. We didn't need much to catch our thrill, drinking whiskey in the rain on a hill. Drinking whiskey in the rain on a hill. Drinking whiskey in the rain. Hey, thank you out there to all who's listening. Now, if you notice, there's I'm sure there's a link for, I think, PayPal and maybe a Venmo, and half of all those proceeds tonight go to the Spire. And I'd like to thank people that have been watching me and supporting me over this past year, and I just want to tell you how much those donations have really helped, because we are an industry that is struggling right now. And but it feels great to be back in the beautiful Spire Center. This is one of my favorite rooms, not only on the South Shore, but in the region. And I was scheduled to do a show here, I think, not too long after the pandemic hit, and that got pushed back and got pushed back again. And I'm not sure what the status is with it now, but I think now that we're coming to the other side of this stuff, I should know a little bit more soon. I'm gonna play another old one for you. This one's called Barroom Singer, and I'll tell you, before all this stuff, I was playing barrooms so much that if I never had to go into another one ever again, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. But now I miss it. I miss just the easy type of gig that a barroom is, the laid-back atmosphere. And it's just kind of it was just something I did, and I think I took it for granted. And so I miss that a little bit. But this is called the Barroom Singer. I'm just a lonely barroom singer. You give me a guitar, I'll play the blues. No money in my pockets and holes in my shoes. You give me a guitar, I play the blues. I play my songs, no one seemed to listen. Yelling out tunes that I ain't never learned. They put me in a corner and I never get to choose. You give me a guitar and I play the blues. People, they ask me, where did I go wrong? Don't you get sick and tired of playing the same old songs? And they want me to play and sing so they can sing along. La da 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 da. I'm just a lonely barroom singer. You give me a guitar, I'll play the blues. No money in my pockets and holes in my shoes. You give me a guitar and I play the blues. Thank you. That's always been kind of one of my favorite songs to play live, especially in a small theater setting. I didn't do it tonight, but normally I have a trusty little loop pedal here. And it's kind of fun to just loop that and play along to it and have a little fun. I've always considered myself kind of a guitar player first, and then a singer, songwriter. I still have a hard time with that. But yeah, so I'm going to change things up a little bit here. I have with me this guitar. This is actually a 12-string guitar, and I took the remaining half of the strings off, because it's tuned down a whole step. And I've never really played this song live because I've never brought a guitar with me that's just tuned down, and I kind of didn't really want to spend the time doing it. But that's something I want to get into. As you can see, I brought a few guitars with me tonight, and one's in set in a different tuning. This one's in a different tuning, so they all kind of serve different songs. And I'm excited to kind of play around with it virtually, if you will. I guess it's a little bit less of a risk than having something go horribly wrong with an actual live audience. Yeah, I don't know if something goes wrong when streaming, if it's worse because it lives forever, or how that shakes out. But like all of us musicians, we're just rolling with it, and I'm sure we might look back at some of these live streams down the road. But then again, I think a lot of the stuff's here to stay. But this song's called This Bridge. This bridge is coming down tomorrow. Nothing gonna stand in its way. This bridge is coming down tomorrow. It feels like it's coming down today. You and I were once belonged, like rain to a cloud. You and I were once belonged. It's coming down hard. These walls are thicker now than ever, and I can't hear my neighbors speak. These walls are thicker now than ever. It feels like they're all watching me. You and I were once belongs, like rain to a cloud. You and I were once belongs. We're coming down hard. So different that we can only see the differences. No way but around. So trouble me with everything you got, 'cause I'm a rolling stone. And I know I'm gonna turn this around. You and I were once belongs, like rain to a cloud. You and I were once belonged. It's coming down hard. Yeah, it's coming down hard. Oh, it's coming down hard. Yeah, it's coming down hard. believe I let that song go through that whole thing without tuning that. Oh man, that's called This Bridge. And, you know, that tune I wrote a long time ago, and I've never really gotten in the habit of playing it until recently. And I'm still kind of working through some of the kinks, and which has been really hard to do during an audience-less quarantine for the most part. But I've been, again, really kind of enjoying playing that and exploring a lot of these songs that I've had and just haven't really played that much. All right, I'm going to switch back to one of my guitars that I know and trust a little bit more. So, a few months back, I was able to do a co-write with my friend Molly Kupris. She goes by Molly May Music, and she is a fantastic writer, very gifted songwriter. We've been singing this as a duet, and I'm going to do my best to do it justice without Molly tonight. It's called Other Side of the Mountain. Excuse me, guys. Lately I've been going through the motions. So many little things I do to bide my time, but I can't count the days by the rain that keeps on falling, 'cause it won't make a river to you. Last night I had a dream I saw you. As you were walking, sun was shining through your hair. I called your name as if I needed to remember that it won't make a river to you. 'Cause you live on the other side of the mountain, the place you used to call my home. Lord knows this living ain't as easy as it seems. I've been climbing, hoping someday you'll meet me in between. I've been climbing, hoping someday you'll meet me in between. Picked out all the things that I could carry. I wrote down every word that I would say to you. But these old bones can't bear the weight of all this wandering, and I can't make a river to you. 'Cause you live on the other side of the mountain, the place you used to call my home. Lord knows this living ain't as easy as it seems. I've been climbing, hoping someday you'll meet me in between. Would you recognize me after all these seasons? Is it true when they say some things never change? Waiting by the window never brought me near to you. So I've been climbing, hoping someday you'll meet me in between. I've been climbing, hoping someday you'll meet me in between. Thank you. That was called The Other Side of the Mountain. And, you know, Molly does just such a beautiful job at doing a harmony with that. And we're really happy with that song. We're in the process of kind of recording it. But I've been going through a shift recently. I mean, I've done a couple CDs where everything was really, really precise and really recorded. And most of the music that I really love is more raw than that. So I've been trying to find a way to kind of do these recordings that are just people in a room playing together. I think that's where the real kind of special stuff happens. And in this particular song, in the video version that Molly and I did, it's like that. It has something really special to it, I think. And you know, there's a lot I can't do in regards to how you would mix it and whatnot, because it's not isolated. You know, what one mic hears, the other mic picks up as well. And the version of it that we started recording, where everything's isolated and, you know, kind of done piece by piece, I'm just not. I just don't enjoy it as much as I enjoy the other version. So I'm kind of figuring out what I want to do in that regard there. But we got time, and we'll make it happen. So here's another old song. This one's called The Orphan, and this is about a Vietnam veteran that I actually met right here in Plymouth, Massachusetts, at a little bar down the road. And these are kind of his words, not mine. He was an orphan of the Vietnam War, wearing his medal deep down in his core. Still in his eye a 10,000-yard stare, an American bandana, gray ponytail. He said, son, tell me tales of the things you have seen. Are you good with a weapon? Can you kill when you're mean? I answered no, for I never have killed. He said it's been years, but it still gives me chills. Son, keep an eye, can you fight with a knife? It's been a rough year and I just lost my wife. She died from the love that was stuck in her veins. Said he missed home on the big Texas plains. And the U.S. of A. never sent their regrets. And the civvies are quick to put cuffs on their vets. I used to be praised for all I have killed, and 40 years later it still gives me chills. And he closes his eyes and drifts back to his trench, the mud on his boots and the blood of his friends. So far from home and the touch of his girl, high to stay calm as the battle rained down. He was an orphan of the Vietnam War. His heart carried scars from the weapons he bore. And after the damage was far overdone, they sent him back home filled with frustration. And the pictures inside were so hard to convey, and all the old rules, they came back into play. I never did tell to my children I've killed, and 40 years later it still gives me chills. And 40 years later it still gives me chills. Thank you. It's called The Orphan. It's funny, I do have a few people in the room with me. We got a wonderful lighting designer and a great sound guy and my parents and a couple other people scattered throughout. And I'll get a little bit of applause from them every now and then, which is like, hey, all right. It's just so weird, man. Like, you do this stream and I'm playing, and like the biggest thing on my mind is how different it feels playing for someone with nobody to play to. And it's really weird because when there is an audience, I feel really connected to what's going on. you know, in the space between, there's an energy that gets passed back and forth. And again, it makes me less afraid to make a mistake, because when you're doing a show and you make that connection with a group of people, they really do have your back. And I can't feel that from the people viewing, which I'm still getting used to. And if there was an audience here, I wouldn't even be thinking about the live streaming thing going on. But again, thanks to the Spire Center for having me do this. Live streams have really been a big help for me in a lot of venues. So there is a donate button somewhere for the Spire, either PayPal or Venmo, if you guys want to do that. Half of the proceeds will be going to this gorgeous venue and keeping it going, which they are still here, and they're going to be bringing shows back as soon as we are allowed to. I'm going to play a song that's just kind of a good, comfortable song for me that I've always enjoyed playing. It's Angel from Montgomery by John Prine. After my mother, my own man's another child that's grown old. If dreams were thunder, lightning, desire, this old house would have burned down a long time ago. Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of the rodeo. Just give me one thing I can hold on to. To believe in this living is just a harder way to go. I was a young girl, had me a cowboy. Weren't much to look at, just a free rambling man. But there was a long time, matter how I try, and the years just roll by like a broken down dam. Make me an angel flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of the rodeo. Just give me one thing I can hold on to. To believe in this living is just a harder way to go. Flies in the kitchen, I can hear them buzzing around, and I ain't done nothing since I woke up today. How the hell can a person go to work in the morning, come home in the evening with nothing left to say? Make me an angel flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of the rodeo. Just give me one thing I can hold on to. To believe in this living is just a harder way to go. To believe in this living is just a hard way to go. Thank you, guys. That's just such a classic song. R.I.P. John Prine. So this next one that I'm going to play here is a song that really has meant a lot for me this past year. It's the first song that I wrote when quarantine happened, and I remember what inspired it for me was going to the grocery store, because I went to the grocery store, and of course, when all the gigs dried up and all the work went away, I mean, that was like a big oh crap moment. Excuse me. But still, I felt, okay, everything's going to be okay. We'll get through this. This can't just be like this. But the thing that kind of made me open my eyes to say, wow, this is really something different, is going to the grocery store and seeing the produce wiped out. Like, the toilet paper thing was laughable for me, but seeing the produce wiped out, I was like, man, you know, it made you realize how fragile the infrastructure of our society really is. And I thought, this is really the closest thing we will ever see to a zombie apocalypse, because there was general fear in the air, and general fear for your fellow man and fear of your fellow man, which was really strange. It was just a bizarre feeling. And when I hear this song and when I play it, I can go right back and I can sense the air of that feeling. And it's called Zombies, and it's brought a lot of good stuff for me, because music, and like anything, I think you always need a little something to look forward to. And there's always been a certain gig or something that I've looked forward to. And when you are building a life around music, that's the stuff that gets you out of bed in the morning and gets you going. And this song got the attention of Martin Guitar Company, and I was able to live stream from their Facebook page, which was such an honor to wake up and find an email from them. But it also got me an opportunity to play on stage live, well, not live, but do a kind of a live stream thing from the Wang Theater in Boston, which is just any performer's dream to step out on that stage. And so this song is kind of what's given me a lot to look forward to over this past year, and I'm grateful for that. It's called Zombies. Oh my, the world is ending. Zombies all around my town. Took all the things I needed. Got my head spinning around. Don't say hello to the neighbor. Don't know who I can trust. Don't want to be infected. End up alone because oh my, the world is ending. Found a little peace inside. Goodbye to living in motion. Learn to take it all in stride. Nobody coming to save us. Left here alone to die. Oh my, the world is ending. Gonna be a bumpy ride. You'll never say goodbye to me. I'll never say goodbye to you. You'll never say goodbye to me. Maybe we're living in something we can't define. Feels like political motion, taking up all our time. Maybe we're living for something, wasting our precious time. Find a little faith in love, find a little peace of mind. Oh my, the world is ending. Every man for themselves. Ain't got a fearless leader, just got a broken shell. Don't try to visit your family, don't know who living inside. Can't trust the information, all it's ever done is hide. You'll never say goodbye to me. I'll never say goodbye to you. You'll never say goodbye to me. Maybe we're living in something we can't define. Feels like political motion, taking up all our time. Maybe we're living for something, wasting our precious time. Find a little faith in love, find a little peace of mind. Maybe we're living in something we can't define. Feels like political motion, taking up all our time. Maybe we're living for something, wasting our precious time. Find a little faith in love, find a little peace of mind. Whoa, find a little peace of mind. Whoa, find a little peace of mind. Thank you guys. That was called Zombies. And I think I got time for one more for you. I'm going to switch guitars here once again. This guitar, I've named my guitars number 1 and number 2. Very simple names. They both need a little bit of work, so they're going into the shop next week, which I'm excited because they need it. Okay. I gotta take a quick second and tune this. But again, I'd like to thank the Spire Center for having me to this beautiful, beautiful space. I don't know how much the cameras let you see here, but this building is a couple hundred years old, and really a special spot. They were talking about the ghost earlier. Almost there. If I had a 4th guitar, then I think I'd be able to get through all my tunings tonight. That's a treble note right there. It's always a little funky. So this is another song that I'm grateful for that came out of quarantine. And this is, we got to shoot the music video for this on stage at the Wang Theater. We had 2 fantastic dancers. It was very, very fun, very cool. All right, it's called Rise When You Fall. Well, they call it a game and they call it a test. When your head is so low that it's always at rest. And ain't it a shame when it's written in jest? Yeah, they rise when you fall and you fall with the rest. Yeah, they rise when you fall and you fall with the rest. When you walk with your shadow but you can't see the ground, and everyone knows but they don't make a sound, and when all of your love is too close to the vest, yeah, they rise when you fall and you fall with the rest. Yeah, they rise when you fall and you fall with the rest. Summer comes and goes. Maybe it's something I'll never get to know. I've seen better times, I know. I've seen the angels, I've shaken their hands, I've been in their homes. Slow to burn, so I may be. I'm still burning to be free. When the car isn't drive, but you run out of gas, and the road that you took is unable to pass, and when all of your love is too close to the vest, yeah, they rise when you fall and you fall with the rest. Yeah, they rise when you fall and you fall with the rest. Yeah, they rise when you fall and you fall with the rest. Hey, thank you so much. Thanks for all who've been tuning in out there in the internet world, and big thank you to the Spire Center for having me, and hope to see you guys out in the real world for an actual show, because I think we're turning the corner here. So thanks again. Have a good night.